besties, and welcome back to another episode of Looney Tunes. Today, we're gonna talk about a topic that I'm at expert level in. I know that I always say, and FYI, I'm not an expert on any of these topics, but honestly, I give myself the bachelor's and master's and doctor's degree on this topic because of how many times I've been through it. Honestly, it's countless. And I don't think I'll ever stop going through it or being through it. And that is cutting off people. Listen, the topic isn't cutting off people, okay? It's not cutting off people. But the topic is how to choose your friends wisely based on your self worth. Okay. So, we all have friends, okay? Maybe not all, but friendships for me go in several sections, okay? Let me run you through them. First section is your best friends, your inner circle, your ride or dies, okay? Second section, your family members that are your friends, your closest cousins or your family friends that are basically on family level type of friendship, you know? Other than best friend, family level. Another section is your friends that you go out with. There's friends that you only go out with for fun, and that's it. Okay? Just to have fun, just to hang out, just to do something fun. And then there's the friends that are in your institutions, at work, at university, in school. These friends, you interact with them socially on these premises exclusively. Okay? And then there are friends that are not really friends. They're more like connections. You did them a favor. They owe you one. You owe them one. We can call them networking, acquaintances, okay? Or you are close to some of them, so you can keep them for future related wise. But they're not necessarily the friends that you go to brunch with and spill tea. They're the friends that help you, you know? Like professional friends. Let's call them professional friends, okay? So these are all the segments, at least the ones in my life, but I think they apply to everyone. Okay, honestly, to me, whatever friendship you have, whichever one in these segments they are, I don't think you should fully, wholeheartedly let your friends in on everything. Yes, besties, even your besties. Even your besties. I mean, I'm kind of a hypocrite now because I'm not applying it since I'm literally telling you guys everything. You guys are my besties. But listen. There are some things that should be kept to yourself, okay? Because those things that are not kept to yourself can be detrimental in friendships. And there's also something as, I don't know, like when you make friends with someone that's not a part of your family or whatever, you met this friend and you befriended them. They were a stranger before, and now they're your everything. You have phone calls, video calls, gossip, brunch. They're invited to the family dinner, level unlocked in the friendship, whatever. Okay? But still, I think there's specific things that you should fully keep to yourself, to no one else, not even your family. And those things are. And my besties are gonna hate me on this. You guys are gonna hate me, and my actual real life best friends are gonna hate me, but honestly, it's true. What are these things that you should keep to yourself, Luna and besties? Meeting a man for the first time. Listen, this is not exactly like that. Let me elaborate on my point. Let's say you met a man. This man is amazing. He checks all of your boxes. He's perfect, husband material, amazing, whatever. And you just went on a first date, second date, whatever. You're feeling this guy. Don't tell anyone until you have locked that man in. Because I don't know why, but whenever I speak about it or talk about it, that man evaporates himself from my life or gets evaporated. You know, I don't know why, بس يعني even family, you guys. I don't know why it happens, but like, not just men, also good things that happen in your life. Unless you're sure that you got that job, the offer letter has been signed, and the ink is dry, that is when you start announcing it to your besties. Oh my God, I got this new job. Before the ink is dry, never. There are just specific things, truly, truly, guys, keep them to yourself. Or let's say, um, okay, for example, everyone has their main bestie, and you have a common friend group with your bestie, and she has her own like people, and you have your own people separately on the side. Never mix them. Just don't. Just stay. You want to hang out with your bestie in a group setting, choose the group that you guys made together. Okay, don't mix the other two. It will not be a vibe, it will not work, it'll create a mess, and you might lose more people than you've gained. So also keep that to yourself, speaking from experience. Now, which brings me to quality versus quantity. A lot of people um, in my life and people that I know care about the volume of people in their life more than the quality of people that are in their life. Quality is so, so, so important to have. Like, it's way more important than quantity. Like, if I have two or three good ass hearted people, good friends, friends for life, I know there's no envy between us, there's no jealousy. They got me, I got them. We are big fans of each other, big supporters of each other. We're always there for each other. If I and they're just three, I'm happy. Or they're just two, or even just one, I'm happy with that. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I would rather have that than be fake and be friends with people just because. Oh, look at how many friends I have. Look at how many people are in my wedding. Look at how many people are in my birthday party. I don't give me and my bestie will turn it up on our own on my birthday. I don't care, you know? So, yeah, the quality of people in your life and the quality of people that you surround yourself with is very, very, very important in everything. Okay, like, you don't just be friends with someone just because, or just because that's one more person to invite to my big 500,000 people wedding. No, 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 no. One thing about me is that once this friendship stops serving me, that friendship is out, 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 out. Because one thing is, listen, I'm also the type of person that's totally okay being completely by myself because I love myself. I know my self worth. I have self respect. Okay. And I actually enjoy my own company. I don't get bored alone. In fact, I am expert level rotter ever. Like, when I rot, I rot. And rotting is my favorite activity. And my happiest place in the world is when I'm routing by myself. When I'm in my pillow, like on my bed, with my favorite TV show, which is Modern Family, with my favorite food. The curtains are closed, my pink light is on. I could stay in that position for weeks. I don't care, and I enjoy it. I'm having fun. It's not depression. Maybe you guys are like, it's giving depression. Maybe it's giving I don't know, but I am having fun. It's so peaceful for me. So, yeah, if I befriend you, if you are my friend and you're in my life and I consider you as a friend, know that you are special. Because the way I pick and choose my friends, you guys, I'm very critical about that. Like, very detail oriented, if you will, about that. Like, I will not just allow anyone into my life. No, 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 no. It takes a special type of person to have access to my life. And when that person gets access to my life and disrespects me in any way, shape, or form, they are out the window without even thinking about it twice. Goodbye. Because I don't need you. I'm the one that allowed you to be in my circle. I'm the one that allowed you to be in my space. If it's not serving me anymore, if you're disrespecting me, respectfully, you're out. And I will not think twice about it. 100% I will not think twice about it. Why would I? Because at the end of the day, you guys, we have friends around us. You befriend people because they add something valuable to your life, or they add fun, maybe happiness, maybe you enjoy that person's company. I mean, we're human, we're social creatures, we're made to be around people, okay? Like you need friends, or a friend even. The qualities that this friend has, like I said, there's different sections, right? So every friend has to serve in my life in some type of way. So my best friend, for example, has to be my biggest supporter, okay? Corrects me in private, defends me in public, got my back, will hiss and bark at anyone that annoys me or bothers me or hurts me in any way. That's what I expect of my best friend. Same with my family friends, same with my cousins. Um, People in university that are my friends, I expect respect, mutual respect, right? So once I see that you are malكم طعمة in my life, I don't يعني if your presence in my life is not a necessity and doesn't serve me in any sort of way, or in fact harms me, then why the fuck are you in my life? Why are you in my life? Why are you in my life? What's the point of you? I don't need you. I don't need you. I really don't. I'm very satisfied with myself. So, and that's the thing that hit people like a bus. Like some people, I've cut off so many people, guys. One thing about me, when it comes to cutting off, left and right, I don't care. As soon as I see the slightest bit of disrespect, you stab me in the back, you're unloyal. One thing also about best friends and people, friends that are very close to you, loyalty is so important. Okay, like if I don't fuck with someone, my best friend isn't fucking with them either. And if she is, or he is, or whatever, then that's not my best friend. Okay, so yeah, loyalty is so important. So yeah, if you're not loyal, I will not hesitate to cut you off. Listen, in the beginning, my first cutoff was really, really, really hard because I didn't know what I was doing. But one thing that I did know is that I will not accept to be treated like that any longer. Because just like relationships can be toxic, friendships can be toxic as well, if not even more. Because especially in women, like women friendships, I mean, I don't know about men. No matter what, I think women friendships are on a whole deeper level than any friendship you can have with a guy. So it was very hard, my first cutoff, honestly, because I like women when we're friends with each other, especially when we're best friends with each other, we're even closer. Like I'm way closer to my best friend than I would ever be to any man, like my husband, boyfriend, whatever man is in my life. Obviously, like the things that we talk about as females, as no, I don't like the word females, as women between each other, like we truly unlock like so many layers in like between each other. Like your bestie sleeps over, she's around your family, you sleep over at her house, you're around her family. um it's just like a very, very deep rooted friendship, you get me? So when that friendship like doesn't serve you anymore, and there's like, oh, what I was saying. Yeah, what I was saying is, so because the women have friendships that are very deep with other women, they can get toxic pretty quick, even more toxic, I believe, than relationships with a man, honestly. So, and when it reaches that point, like, why would you deal with it? Why would you put up with it? She's not gonna be your only best friend forever. Best friend, dot. I don't believe in best friends forever. You're my best friend right now, but you could be not my best friend tomorrow, and that's totally normal and that's totally fine. And that, like, I'm completely fine with that because. And I'm not saying I want that to happen, or I need that to happen, or I get excited when that like it's not a good thing, okay? But at the same time, it doesn't phase me. Really, it doesn't, because why would I put up with your disrespect? Like, honestly. So my first cutoff was really, really hard. We had a very deep friendship, okay? I'm not gonna get into details of that for the privacy of the other person, but um that was also the year where I started discovering my self-worth again. And I woke up, I was like, wait, what am I doing? why am I putting up with this? You know, like, what is this that I'm putting up with? I don't have to deal with this. I really, really don't. When a friendship becomes draining, why are you in the friendship? Why are you're friends with people to uplift you, to add to your life, again, to add to your life. But when that person starts removing from your life, even removing and not serving you, goodbye. Goodbye. I'm better without you. I don't need this. I don't have to put up with this. There is not a paper in legally by court in any government that says we are bind for life. We are bind to be friends for life. No. No, and you're not in my blood for me to be able to sacrifice some aspects of my personality for you, or like hold back, or like accept you for who you are. I don't have to accept you for who you are if I don't want to, if I don't like who you are, if you who you are isn't serving me anymore, if who you are doesn't resonate with me anymore. I don't have to. You're not my sister, you're not my brother, you're not anything. You're just my friend, whoever. So that was the time where I realized, like, honestly, there's so many red flags in the friendship. There's so much disrespect. There's so much toxicity, honestly. There was so much toxicity, so much issues with trust as well. And it started being so draining. And I'm like, I'm not having fun anymore. We're not having fun anymore. And I know friendships aren't all about fun. Of course, like, I want my best friend to be the one that dries my tears off as well, but I'm saying, like, that isn't even happening anymore. At this point, we were making each other cry. So why? Like, why? Khalas, goodbye. Enough. And it was so hard for me to make that decision because that friend specifically I was so attached to. But I don't regret making that decision because the peace that I felt afterwards, I'm like, holy shit, that peace was worth all the sacrifice. Honestly, I'm like, whoa, like, I'm relaxed now. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'm okay. Like, there's, like, I'm not gonna discuss deeper, really, really, for the privacy. But I'm just gonna talk about myself. I was like, oh my God, like, phew. So as soon as I got that feeling, and it was so scary, of course, because especially when it's a friend that you're used to for a long time and you're used to their presence in your life 24/7, it's very hard because one day you're with that friend, the next day you're without. It's like friendship breakups are literally like relationship breakups, if not worse. Like, one day you are with the love of your life, and the next day you're just not, and it's supposed to be normal and fine. No, of course it wasn't normal. No, of course it wasn't fine. Yes, of course it was hard. Yes, of course it took so long to get over. In fact, I think friendship breakups are way harder than relationship breakups. Way, way harder. I'm talking about women, okay? And it fucked me up for way longer than any other experience that I've ever had in my life. Like, really, it was like, whoa, took me so long to get over. Like, I wouldn't even say that I'm fully over it. Like, I am, of course I am, but like, there are some like certain moments or certain times or situations where I'm like, oh, like, that person would have probably, what would that person do in that situation, for example, or whatever. Like, there are some moments where I remember those friends that I cut off. Listen, this episode isn't about the story of my first cutoff. I can tell you, I have so many stories of cutoff. I can tell you them later in future episodes, but obviously, I would, out of respect, because I'm a respectful person, I will ask for permission from those parties that were involved in the stories, because at the end of the day, each person has their own side of the story, and each person's side is valid. One thing we will not do on Looney Tunes is invalidate anyone's feelings about any situation or whatever. Each person's side of the story is valid, and I recognize that. So this isn't about my side of the story. This is about how this episode is about self-worth in friendships. How you are not supposed to, like, you're supposed to not even think twice about cutting someone off if they're disrespecting you or not serving you in the friendship anymore. So yeah, My first cutoff was obviously very hard. It was very traumatic. But the peace that I felt after that, I'm like, holy, like, really? Like, it's that easy? Because the thing is, it's that easy to end a friendship. It's that easy to end a relationship. It is. It's with a simple text, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Or I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore. Or it's as simple as clicking the block button. It is so easy to remove people from your life. It's not the action itself. Anyways, so that was my first time. And when I felt that peace and when I felt that like my life honestly did improve without that person. It's improved to the my personality improved. Like I became so much more confident, so much more self-dependent on myself, because a lot of us in friendships, like, we do depend on our friends sometimes in some certain area, like some certain areas. Like, you do depend on your friend. For example, you depend on your best friend maybe for emotional support. But then when I was without my best friend, I was like, whoa, now it's all me. What am I gonna do? you know and it took me a long time to figure out what am I gonna do, because my whole life was tied to that person. But I figured it out, and once I did, I'm like, listen, if I was able to do that, I am gonna be able to do it all the time with no problem. Like, if I was able to go through that and still be okay, not just okay, and be even better than I was, then I will not allow a single person to ever harm, like any friend to ever disrespect me or be disloyal or anything ever again in my life. As soon as I see one red flag in a friendship, out, you're out, you're out, you're out. I don't need you again. This is why quality is more important than quantity in close friends. After that, literally, as soon as I see the slightest bit of disrespect, you're gone, you're gone, you're dead to me. And these people that I cut off, they're so shocked, like, oh, like, she'd never, like, we're so close, she'd never do that. Like, she'd never just cut me off. Like, yeah, I can do whatever. No, I will cut you off. I will cut you off, and you will be so shocked by it, and it'll hit you like a storm. It'll hit you out of nowhere. Because listen, as much patience as I have, patience runs out at the end of the day. As much red flags as I ignore in you, some red flags are gonna be more prominent than others. Then I simply just cannot ignore anymore. I can't. Okay, so that's when I'm gonna be like, bye bye, goodbye, you're done. I will not even think twice about you. And it's true. Every single friend that I cut off after my first cut off was so easy. It was like, okay, goodbye. Okay, goodbye. Okay, goodbye. Okay, goodbye. And then I think I kind of became a serial cut offer. I think, like, really, I really think I became that. And obviously, the people in my life started being less and less and less and less. But I'm still happy. Like, I was still happy. I was happy when I had 20 friends. I was happy when I had 10. Now I'm happy that I have 4. It's fine. Like how many friends I have doesn't define my happiness. As long as those friends are bringing in something valuable in my life, that's all I need. If you're not serving, you're out. You're not serving, you're out. You're not serving, you're out. I will yell it on the rooftops, literally. So this also has to be side by side with boundaries. I feel like boundaries are so important in friendships. I mean, when we were younger, we had no idea what boundaries are and how important they would be and how to even set them. But as we grow older from experiences as well, you realize how important boundaries are. Like, if you don't set boundaries in a friendship, that friendship will turn toxic. That friendship will be bound to fail. Okay, so I think it's very, like, now I have boundaries with each of my friends. They know who they are in my life. They know, like, how much access they have to my life, how much they know what to ask me, what not to ask me, what subjects to touch, what subjects to not touch. Why? They don't know it like this. No, it's because I set boundaries. Listen, something about boundaries that people don't understand is that they think boundaries have to be vocal. No, of course, I'm not telling you, sit with your friend and tell them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, don't ask me or don't tell me or don't. No, not like that. Soon, you can set boundaries through your actions, because you're in charge of you, right? You are in charge of yourself. So you get to decide what you're sharing with people, what you're not sharing, which part of your life they have access to, which part they don't, and you show them that through actions. And with actions, when you show them that you are setting those boundaries, then those people will know that yes, this is my territory in Luna's life or in your life. You get what I mean? It doesn't have to be vocal. Sometimes it has to be vocal. Like, remember when me and Sarah were talking on our episode, we said that before moving in together, because we're best friends moving in together in a house, we sat down and vocalized boundaries. In some situations, yes, you need to vocalize boundaries, but you don't have to. In most situations, you just create them by making them exist. You get me? Because a friendship with no boundaries, I'm telling you, it will fail. And most like, and other than respect, like in a friendship, like if a friend of mine ever crosses a boundary with me, also out, also goodbye, also I don't need you. Why are you crossing my boundary? Who allowed you? Who allowed you to cross my boundary? No, you're not gonna do that. Sorry, out. Because if you let them get away with it once or twice, even, they're gonna keep doing it over and over again, and then you're gonna be walked all over. Your friendship is gonna be toxic, and the demise of the friendship will be so traumatic. Okay? So there's no room for mistakes in friendships with me. You may call me, okay, Luna, you're too uptight, like it's not that deep, they're your friends. No, 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 it is that deep, trust me, because if it's not that deep, then I will have no genuine friends in my life. They will just be surface level friends that smile at me and comment on my pictures on Instagram. The fuck am I gonna do with that? How is that gonna serve me in my life? I don't care. You know, like you can also see if you open my personal Instagram before, back in my life, you can see my comments were like 60 comments, 70 comments. Now I have 20 comments because those are the only people I care about. I don't care, you know, like that validity does not matter to me. What matters to me is that the people in my life see me as valid and validate me as a person, as a human, recognize me, appreciate me, are proud of me, want to see me succeed, want to see me happy. Those are the friends that I need. The friends that are fake, I can buy followers or enter a WhatsApp group chat. By the way, they exist. If you didn't know, there are WhatsApp group chats. They're like communities. Can't believe I'm saying this. I was part of it once because I was trying to grow my makeup account where it's like 100, 200 people in the WhatsApp group chat, and every time it's a big group of girls, random girls I've never met in my life, you'll never meet in your life even. And every time like any girl posts a picture, they send it on the group chat, so everyone in the group, all the girls, can go like and comment on the post. So if I want more comments and likes, I can enter the groups on WhatsApp. I can buy likes. But even that I don't care about because I don't care about like that validity doesn't even serve me. Like it means nothing to me. Honestly, it means nothing to me. It means so much to me when my best friends and my friends like my picture. Like, oh, you like that? Best strangers or people that I've met once or twice that think I'm pretty and want to approach me and think I like something in their social status will change by leaving a comment under my picture or vice versa. I don't care for that, but a lot of girls do. So good luck to you because ew, like ew, 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 that's disgusting. Anyways, don't let your friends walk all over you. Honestly, don't. Make sure you set boundaries, especially in early adulthood, guys. Early 20s, it's so important who's in your life, who's not, because in your 20s is when you are gonna set the life of who you're gonna be in the future. Most people get married in their 20s, or like you find out, or you gain your success, or you figure your like the 20s is for figuring yourself out. So you only need the closest people to help you, not to help you do that, but like by your side, you know, like because you know there's a lot of cases, and I've seen that a lot, where whenever I'm successful or whatever, or I'm doing something great with my life or amazing with my life, people randomly they come pop up in my life. Suddenly they want to be a part of it. No, I'm not gonna let you. Like now you see me doing well, you want to be around me, you want to be around my status. No, I'm not gonna allow you. Sorry. You have to earn my friendship. You have to earn it. Um, but yeah, and that all comes hand in hand with self respect and self worth, honestly. Anyways, besties, what I'm trying to say is don't be afraid to cut off your friend if they're not serving you in your life anymore. Because also, another thing is you might have a friend for 10 years, but friendships grow out as well. Like, you're not the same person you were 10 years ago as today. Your lives might not align together anymore. You guys might not relate on many levels anymore, and that's okay. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, really, really, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. It's fine to grow out of friendships. It's fine to grow out of people. Like, some people stay stuck in their ways and you're there and they're here. Of course you're not going to stay with that person. Of course you're not going to stay friends with that person because you're here. Khalas, you don't relate. So you find friends that are on your level, you know? So don't be afraid to cut someone off if they're disrespecting you or being a bad friend. Cut them off. Even if you stay alone, don't be scared of being alone, because the reason we have friends is to add to our life. Period. You're not adding. And if, oh my God, if you're removing, you're out. You're out. You're out. You're out. Okay? So, this is by no way or shape me encouraging you guys to cut people off. Obviously, you don't just cut them off like this, left and right. You know, they borrowed your pants, but they didn't return them. Cut them off. No, no, no. Relax. Cut them off wisely, but know when. And know your friends, know your circle, really. Um, we can talk about this topic even more later on. Okay, I have a talking lemon for you for this specific episode today. This is something that I've never ever admitted before. I've recently admitted it to myself, but I haven't admitted it to anyone in my real life before or ever said it out loud. It was in my head. There was a point in my life where I did cut off like a lot of people, okay? And then I looked at myself and I'm like, oh my God, shit. Like, do I not have any friends? Like, am I a fucking loser? You know? Like, and I did feel lonely as well. I was like, are these three people truly the only three people that I'm that I'm gonna be talking to for the rest of my life? There was a moment in time where I felt that, and I'm like, but then now I'm like, you know what? Whatever, you know, like, it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm very content with that, honestly, because these three, four, five, six people, how many are we, guys? They're behind the some of them are behind the scenes. Um, they're all I need, honestly. And no, yes, listen. The reason why my talking lemon, I felt lonely in that certain moment of time is because I realized that since I moved to AUS and studied in AUS, I literally cut off all my friends in Abu Dhabi. So when I graduated and moved back to Abu Dhabi, I'm like, I don't have friends in Abu Dhabi. Like, what am I gonna do? So yeah, that was that moment. But I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of that thought or that feeling. It's okay. It happens. But what keeps me sane and keeps me going and keeps me like, oh, it's okay, is my self-worth. And that is all I'm trying to tell you today. So thank you so much for tuning in, and Looney Tunes out.